So.
My friend Lane, I got that.
Yeah.
They're down 85
I don't need that much.
So, I mean, he's from under 5, and then in a week he goes, or week and a half goes into the gas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's good, that's a lot more involved. Oh, a lot more involved. I wouldn't want to touch big hole wheel bearings, I did years ago, you know, they were like, geez. Nowadays,
Rectangular thing.
with everything,
And they're
you
whole.
do the wheels holder, and then
For tax.
the front end of the line, if you don't keep everything precise. Oh, it's not just that, if you don't do it right, you could do a lot of damage in a short drive.
Alright, fair enough.
That I don't know.
It caught up with.
That's what I say, yeah, I can't believe that. Yeah, I hope it works for him. I've seen the same thing. I know people it's worked for him.
She's done a lot too.
What am I here?
I feel better. I'll tell you that much.
You know?
I don't know if I'm gonna try running yet, but last time I did, my knees hurt.
Work into it with lots of walking the street.
Oh, yes.
I mean, that's
I've
what I.
been to the gym for a while.
I'm also 37 pounds.
Is that what I think he said a lot? He did. That's good job. That's awesome. Nice. Oh,
He said
that
his
corner over
body's
here.
down to like 84.
Yeah, Lane's down, yeah, 84, 85 now. But he was 5'7", so he's just below 5 now, so. But he lost enough to get the gastric. Hopefully that works for him. He's struggled his whole life with this.
I mean, some people, it's just
Yeah,
what it
and
is.
he was a critical weight, you know, as a kid. and-
I finally have like my idea of going back to the gym so I can start putting on muscle weight instead of food weight. Just it's weird though. Not watching TV straight up, and then plot out, you know, tired steak, salad, out. Yeah, it's like.
It is 7 p.m. and I am going to call our village board meeting to order. Please stand for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I got
You might have thrown him around the room and flying.
Oh, Josh.
Here.
Corey. Jamie.
Here.
Kelly.
Here.
Brian.
Here.
Myself. Greg is excused. Also present for Katie, Attorney Nathan, Sergeant Schweitzer, and Chief Ludwig, and Dan Majeski for Pagola Fields. The public notice, statement of public notice. The notice was properly I need
The agenda was
properly noticed, and there is a quorum present. I apologize. Yes. Public comments. The public is encouraged to address the village board at this time regarding items on the agenda. The village is not authorized by the Wisconsin Open Meetings Law to discuss, comment, or take action at the meeting on any single issue raised by public comment that is not part of tonight's agenda. Please fill out the sign-in sheet provided. Keep your comments limited to 2 minutes and state your name and address when starting your comments. Second call for public comments. Third call for public comments. There are no public comments, we will move on. Reports. President's report, correspondence, and National Night Out is next Thursday, August 13th, from 5 to 8 at the Village Park. Please bring your families down. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's silent auctions. The Traeger Grill is up for grabs again this year for raffle tickets, which they are still actively selling tickets. And there's also basket raffles as well. I think they're doing the duck race again.
Yep.
Petting Zoo, which was very popular last year.
Bike raffles.
Bike raffles again.
Tethered air balloon rides, pending weather.
Tethered Ever. I forgot about that.
Yep. And bounce houses.
Oh, yes, and bounce houses. And food and drinks. And it is free for everyone to come.
Lions Club is doing vision streaming as well.
For real?
Yep.
That is awesome. Noted. All right, we will move on to the fire department report. Chief Jim.
Evening.
Good evening.
So we had 14 calls for the month. Car accidents continue to be on the rise with the construction going on both on the interstate and on 164. During the recent full shutdown weekend, we had no problems. National Night Out is coming up. We will be down in the park helping out and displaying our equipment. The fire department also made a donation to the police department for hot air balloon rides to give tethered rides. We wrote for 2 grants. One was an AFG grant, the other one was for the DNR grant. Fingers crossed we received them. We did receive the 50/50 DNR grant that we submitted last year. The weather was absolutely perfect for a rodeo and it was a huge success. I would like to thank everyone that made this possible, from our sponsors, donors, volunteers, the Big Bend Police Department, DPW, village staff, and of course everyone who attended the event. We still have a few things to work on to get all the buzz out for next year, but we're up for the challenge and we are already preparing for next year's rodeo. The fire department was once again on hand for the Rumble. Everything went well. We had 3 minor calls during the event. We were also on hand for the 4th of July fireworks show and the fireworks in the park night with no problems at either event.
Sounds great.
Thank
Thank you, Jim. Police department report, Sir Schweitzer.
Hello. You have a more comprehensive listing of what we had going on. Summer's been busy, as the chief said. Lots of traffic issues, which was predicted in the work zone, including crashes, including mutual aid with crashes. We spent a lot of time on mutual aid last month. 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, over 12 hours of mutual aid. So far to date, we've had 776 traffic citations, 57 non-traffic, 803 total. You'll notice the salvage vehicle program is going strong. We're at 116 so far, and they're booked out through September, which is a really good revenue, non-punitive revenue stream for the police department, which is really nice. July 3rd fireworks were really good, well attended, and American Fireworks also had their permanent event about 2 weeks after that, so we kind of had 2 fireworks shows, and they were really nice. Everyone that does that is really cooperative, they're great, they encourage everyone to come out. It's kind of like a free second fireworks show, so it's really cool. I think Rumble by the River, as far as law enforcement, was about as good as you can ask for. The weather was great. We had very few incidents. Sorry, there's a call. We had very few incidents. We had a couple underagers, a couple fake IDs, 1 THC arrest. But as far as that's concerned, we had no major incidents. Nobody was injured. No crashes, anything of that nature. We did have one, I should say, we did have one hit and run crash that was witnessed by the fire department over here. And I caught a vehicle which wasn't the right vehicle, but they happened to be drunk, so we made it out of arrest.
Sometimes you just want
It just happened. We had 5 traffic safety enforcement grants in July, which are our traffic grants, which help contribute to our citations, and it's at no cost, that's paid to us by the state. We also had our last border safety class this season with other classes coming up. It's been busy, we've been having some pretty legit calls. Obviously, we've had a lot of crashes. Rumble by the River, we had 8 underage drinking, 2 citations for fake IDs that they actually handed to us, and 1 citation for drug paraphernalia. We had that hit and run. I should also mention the State Patrol assigns us a task force every year. We've been doing that now for a couple of years. We had 5, it was kind of backwards, but we had 5 troopers on Saturday, 3 troopers on Sunday.
Friday and Saturday.
Friday and Saturday, sorry. We had more troopers on Friday when it was less attended and then less on Saturday, but either way, they had 40 citations and 2 OWIs on Friday, and they had 17 citations and 2 OWIs on Saturday. And they handled the hit and run OWI that I had, so that it really helps us concentrate on Rumble, and they have a huge presence out there. We saw people leaving the event with underbody lights on, revving their engines. The minute they hit the street and they see the State Patrol, they're like they're going to church. It really, I can't stress enough how much the State Patrol's presence in the village during that weekend contributes to the non-events that we have in the village.
Oh, we're watching them pull over.
Right in front of my house.
They were great. They were great.
Good stuff.
They'll handle things for us so that we can really concentrate on there. What else? That's pretty much it. We had a major crash during the full closure weekend on 43. We mutual aided the county because they had nobody available. So myself and then 2 state troopers assisted with that crash, which was a drug-related OWI arrest. We had a large event at Norris where a child had already stabbed an aide, and Big Ben had 2 officers on scene, and were able to persuade her to drop the weapon and took her into custody before she escaped again and took her into custody again. So we get 2 points for that one. And then we did have one of our officers battered and spit on during a domestic abuse arrest here in the village. Officer's okay. Individual was charged with battery, law enforcement discharged bodily fluids, physical abuse of a child, domestic abuse, domestic battery, and DVDC. So there's been some good calls. It's been busy. We're staying steady and keeping up with it. So we hope August slows down, but it probably won't. That's all we got. There's something else I want to mention, but yeah, National Day Out, it really means a lot to us when the board members come. It means a lot to the village. So if you can even just pop in a little bit, it just means a lot to everybody that puts in a lot of hard work for the National Day Out. I won't be there, so it's kind of approval for you to say that. I have a training that was.
Do as I say, not as I do.
I had a training before the date was picked.
How long do you guys take raffle baskets up till?
Day of.
Okay.
I mean, the sooner the better, but
Yeah.
we're getting people dropping stuff off now like pretty regularly.
The raffle baskets get numbered, but then the silent auction ones get a sheet for filling out.
So,
I'll try to drop one off tomorrow.
yeah, more the merrier. It's really helpful, but just your presence there to say hi and shake hands is great. So, any questions? All right,
Thank you, sir.
Thank you much.
Thank you.
Public Works monthly report is in our packet. Eric was excused from night. He asked me ahead of time. They patched potholes through the village, prep ball field for the games coming up. Grass cutting, trimming, repaired road shoulder on Cherry Street. Rumble set up and tear down, which I heard went very well this year. Everything went smoothly. Grass cutting and trimming at Rural Home. Roadside grass cutting on Townley Road, Big Bend Drive, Douglas Court. Brush cutting, Townley Road, east and west of 164, Big Bend Drive, Skyline Avenue to Quick Trip. Took the flags down, cleared problem overgrowth for clogging culvert pipe on Skyline Avenue. And general maintenance of cams and all equipment, spindle load on 62-inch mower, deck drive belt, steering arm, and removed and cleaned radiator from the skid steer. And I wanted to thank him for everything he's been doing this year. He's been doing a great job. He's also been helping Nate out, Kelly out with certain things throughout the year, helping get quotes and estimates for all of us for what we're looking at doing for general expenditures or capital expenditures. I apologize. All right, library board, year to date, they have 7,921 patron visits, over 8,000 items circulated, The summer reading program has continued, and we've had several events such as kids play performers that did fun exercise program for the kids, and a magician in the evening. They are continuing to work on updating the nonfiction section of the library and getting rid of unused or out-of-date books. And their upcoming event is August 17th at 10 a.m., Minute Games at the Lions Club, and that was from Miss Samantha. For celebrations, 2026 Rumble done and over with. We still have a few deals and credits to come in, but it looks like we'll end up having a big year. Good enough to bank away some money for upcoming centennial celebration in 2028. We donated a bunch of water, soda, and Gatorade for National Night Out. Hopefully we'll have a more accurate number by mid-August, and 2027 Rumble will be July 9th and 10th. Treasurer's report, Miss Katie.
I don't have anything of importance to note at this time.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll reserve my comments for the closed session for the update on the litigation.
Appreciate it. Consideration and possible approval of minutes for July 2nd, 2026.
Motion to dispense with the reading. Second.
I have a motion made by Kelly, a second made by Jamie. Is there any other discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
It says Jamie, she certifies a form of president.
I think I identified.
Under fire department monthly reports. 8. There's some maybe this year. Beyond the fire.
Got it.
She was short-handing, it's okay.
Motion to approve the minutes as amended.
Second.
I have a motion made by Kelly, a second by Corey. Is there any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Abstain.
Abstain. Motion carries. Approval of bills, discussion, consideration, possible approval of accounts payable from Thursday, July 16th, 2026 in the amount of $57,044.47, and today, August 6th, in the amount of $306,957.34, 306957.34, for a total of $364,001.81, 364,001.81. And if you want a breakdown for today's bills, was $67,416.17 just for payroll, because it was 3 weeks worth of payroll. And then the accounts payable was $239,541.18.
And a lot of that was from Level.
Correct.
And because this accounts payable was 3 weeks instead of just the normal 2.
I'll make a motion to approve the $364,001.81.
I'll second it.
Motion made by myself, second by Josh. Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. 8, discussion action items. A, discussion, consideration, possible action on resolution 2026-06, a resolution approving the final plat for Bordeaux Fields subdivision.
Plan Commission had taken this up a couple of months ago. Everything's pretty much set in order in regards to the resolution. Copy of everything that needed to be addressed is attached as part of the final plat. So based on the recommendation from Plan Commission, I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2606.
Second.
Motion made by Jamie, second by Kelly. Any other discussion?
From here, Madam President, if you could sign the paperwork, we can give that to the property owner, we can take everything then up to the county.
Correct. After we fully vote on it. We just got a motion and a second so far. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Easy peasy.
That is just the 7 pages over.
That would be the same, the exact same.
Thank you.
That was taken from these equalizers here, we come up with that exact same thing. So,
Discussion, consideration, and possible action on Big Bend Police Department facility updates. So earlier, Nate went through and gave us a list of items that
use that.
really needs some updating in the UPD, as well as the building itself and one of their the PD garage. The light fixtures are outdated. They look at replacing some ceiling tiles. They're gonna keep their existing grid. They have Eric already pre-finished gridding. And then getting new flooring in there and some possible cubicles, workbenches, chairs, etc., because everything was used when they got it. We are looking at incorporating that into the capital expenditures for purchasing for this next year. Nate and Eric both did a lot of homework on it, getting quotes from different areas, different businesses to come in and do it. Did you want to elaborate at all on anything?
Do they have all that stuff?
Yes, yep,
I
yep.
mean, it's kind of self-explanatory, but we just need some upgrades. It's getting rough. And I was hoping we might have some capital this year, which is why I want to present it, but if you guys can work it into next year. And, one of them is total painting of the whole building. It's just something that we need. Our lower garage looks terrible, and then with the 100th anniversary coming up, it just sounded like maybe the right time, so. We discussed in finance for a couple of additional things. I'll get those estimates and I'll return to you guys at some time during the budget process and go from there.
Sounds good.
Hopefully I can get those estimates in the next couple weeks.
Appreciate it.
So waiting on that, no action needed tonight, or that's?
No action tonight.
No action.
Budget, we'll work on it during budget.
Discussion, consideration, possible action on purchase of new emergency lights for engine 61. During finance, we did go over that. The fire department is going to use their funds that they already have set aside.
Donations and such?
Yeah, sure. The fire department currently has a 2% dues account, our FAP support account, an education account, and then a capital expense account. Currently, we are sitting with $19,479.88 in our 2% dues, $36,897.98 in our FAP fund, which is used for EMS. Our education account has approximately $49.25 in it, and our capital account has $36,345.54. What we'd like to do is, the fire department would like to use $12,000 for the new lights to replace everything on engine 61, which will become the primary engine here in a few weeks once the lights are repaired. Some of the lights on the unit don't work. The lights that are on there are 30 years old. I should say 32 years old, out of compliance. We need to bring the truck into compliance if it's going to be our primary backup eventually. It's going to be our primary engine. Once everything's all done getting updated, the truck has been going through as we've been doing kind of a refurb on it. The department itself has put in a lot of time and effort into the truck. You guys need to see, she's sitting, the one you see when you first go walking in there. Fits in Station 1. We're going to be operating out of Station 1 shortly too, so. So we're looking to get the lights updated as the final touch and some other things that we'll take care of on our own.
So the 12,000 was coming out of which account?
It'd come out of the fire department's capital expense account, which has $36,000 in it.
Finance, it was approved for them to go ahead and bring it before the board for approval as well. I'll make a motion to approve the purchase of the new emergency lights for engine 61 from the fire department's capital expenditures account.
Second.
I have a motion made by myself and a second by Brian. Is there any other discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed?
I'll abstain.
Jamie abstains. Motion carries. D, discussion, consideration, possible action on ordinance 2026-07, an ordinance to allow police department to impound vehicles for reckless driving.
Did you copy that, Steve?
Of the ordinance?
Yeah.
Did you do that?
Yeah, I think.
Sure, it's right down there.
I was gonna say, I've got one.
That's fair. Oh, I know I put it in the grant, or I didn't see this version of it. So just our 2 cents. The state changed,
You need the additional information.
What's that?
Was given?
the one that I used.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I just need to add.
Oh, are we just doing the, is this just for the reckless driving, or is it the other ordinances as well?
This is just the reckless driving, it's not the other ordinances.
I mean, I'm fine if we move forward on this and then do the other ordinances as well.
Yeah, you're talking chapter 194 and 86.6 for
Yeah.
highways and motor vehicle
Yeah,
transportation.
it's not a bad idea to have them separated, to be honest.
Yeah.
So there were 3 ordinances that we looked at. I went to traffic safety school for commercial motor vehicle. Two of the statutes that are issued often are not really adopted by us, so we're just looking to adopt those. That should be pretty simple. That'll be a whole other thing. This one right now is the state change reckless driving laws. And basically you can now impound and potentially seize vehicles that are involved in reckless driving. One of the big things is you can impound a vehicle and you can hold it until that person pays all the fines and fees. Instead of just having it towed overnight and the guy has his car again the next day to do reckless driving. Because that's what's happening all the time in Milwaukee. People are just rinse, wash, repeat all the time. And then they never pay their fines and there's no penalties. So So what this will allow us to do is hold on to those vehicles. And then probably most times it'll end up being abandoned at the toll lot, but we'll figure that out. Either way, it's not gonna be used a lot, but there's already 2 incidences where we would have loved to have used this with habitual. We had a guy habitually driving in the closed roads of I-43, in the closed lane, getting called in constantly, and getting stopped. And we couldn't really do a ton about it. You know, we told his vehicle and he'd have it back the next day, do the same thing. He's issued all these citations, but, you know, people won't pay that. So this new state law is to try to do that, but per the state law and per the attorney, I don't know if you want to speak anymore to it, we need to actually have an ordinance that outlines how we do it, and there are certain criteria. When I submitted this, it was basically a copy of, I think, Milwaukee County's ordinance, which I think you may have actually possibly had a hand in or something, so it kind of went full circle. We're just trying to get this ordinance in place here so that we're actually able to take advantage of this new state law and use that as an enforcement advantage for us.
And if anybody's wondering, you know, if you say, oh gee, what if it's some kids joyriding, you know, in a stolen car or something like that? There's a provision in there that if your car gets stolen, then you don't end up, you know, like this. They would call you and say, hey, we got your car, that's different. So, you know, if somebody took it without permission, that's a different issue. And it's also creates some discretion, the statute creates some discretion for the officer when he's doing the enforcement action as well. But you have to, in order to enact it, you have to pass a local ordinance under the statute. So that's basically what this does. It references 390 or 349-115, and that's under the authority section. And then it lays out all of the, like the recovery of the impounded vehicle, and it lays everything out. And then sub 2 talks about the stolen vehicle that we just mentioned. So, yeah, this basically puts another tool in the arsenal of, you know, the officers to deal with reckless driving and inappropriate driving, and gives them the discretion to make the road safer.
I'll make a motion to approve ordinance 2607.
Second.
The motion made by Jamie, a second by Kelly. Any other discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Yeah, if we wanna take a look at, we saw the other 2 state statutes.
Yeah, before we move on from that, so I know that before I came on, there was some work that was being done to kind of overhaul some other things that were also in chapter, is it 18 again? Or 8, yeah, traffic is 8. And then Jamie just handed me a letter here that also references, as you mentioned, incorporation of 194 and then 8606, highways close to travel. So then just bring back for September ordinances for those 2.
Yes.
Okay.
I'd like to just add those 2 right to our ordinance that adopts state statutes.
Okay.
That lists like several state statutes. I'd just like to add 86 point whatever and chapter 192.
Great.
I think
Yep,
that would
that'll
be clean and easy, and then we can move forward.
Perfect.
But this one required a whole ordinance, so I think that's probably why it was separated.
Yeah, this was kind of a standalone,
Yeah.
and we put it in right at the end of, right before the punishment provision in chapter 8. So it's kind of a whole standalone thing, and then these other 2 are kind of more.
Just adding.
Yeah.
Those can just be adopted, this one required its own ordinance.
So we'll get that ready then, we'll just throw that on the agenda for the next meeting, and then we'll have the 2 ordinances.
Perfect.
Excellent.
Great, thank you.
8, discussion, consideration, possible action on public safety radio basic hardware maintenance agreement.
This is where Waukesha County has us by the, and essentially the hardware agreement actually is not only for the police department, it's for the fire department as well. So,
This is the one we continually have to
Correct.
approve every year.
correct. So it's all part of the dispatch and radio stuff. The board should be aware that the police department, fire department have been working diligently on what's coming about in actually has been moved from 2028 to 2029. a complete overhaul and upgrade to the dispatch center as well as all radios within Waukesha County. Police, fire, and public works all have to be upgraded or in compliance with the new federal standards and the standards that are with Waukesha County Dispatch Center. So the fire department, police department, and public works have been working diligently on the radios and stuff. So hopefully, in regards to that funding will become available. County is looking at doing a no-interest loan to all the municipalities. They haven't gotten final approval on that, but that looks to be on the table for about an 8 to 10 year loan at 0% interest. But again, that's just preliminary at this point in regards. Cost-wise for us, for all new radios, for all the public safety and public works would be approximately $325,000. So we are looking at, like I said, other options, funding in regards to that. So we have time, but laying the groundwork with the village board right now and everyone. This is, like I said, this is something that is coming. It originally was targeted for 28, has now been pushed out to be implemented in 2029. So that will be coming about, but we will keep you, the departments and myself, because I'm part of the county's committee, looking at the system, so at least the villages are informed of what's going on. So, but it is coming about. Like I said, all public safety, public works, and then communications within the county will be getting upgraded.
Will there be any communication grants that we can apply for?
We've already applied for a grant for radios and stuff, so we're working on that. There is nothing through the county at this point except for possibly, funding, and they would take care of it throughout the time period. So, but as more information continues to come about, we'll keep everyone abreast of what's going on with that. This in itself, this hardware maintenance agreement, basically is just same stuff we've been doing year after year. This is just where the county is basically taking care of our hardware, and that for both police, fire. So I would recommend to the board for approval of this.
I'll make a motion to approve our public safety radio basic hardware maintenance agreement. Motion made by me, second by Brian. Is there any other discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Discussion, consideration, possible action on operator's license for the following applicants. Quick Trip is Marcy Zerwinski, and Richie's Diaz is Lori Leckfield.
Leckfield.
Background check.
I don't believe there are any.
There's no criminal history, I was just looking.
Just let it look through, but yeah, nothing at all.
Zero, squeak clean.
Make a motion to approve both operator license for Marcy Zerwinski and Lori Leckfield.
I'll second it.
We have a motion made by Brian, a second by Josh. Is there any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Discussion, consideration, possible action on transient merchant permits for the following applicants: Craiglin Farms and Backyard Butchers.
Cart before the horse, or is it little late on Craiglin Farms? I mean, they're already up and running.
Already there.
I did tell them that they could start because they've applied for a transient merchant permit every year, and we've never had issues with them,
That's true.
And she did call and ask.
That's true.
so.
Well,
Yeah,
not that she
pretty
is, so
consistent.
she's the
They're
boss.
consistent. Initiative. Tell them to get their paperwork in early.
She did apologize.
That's right.
They always pull them out.
Corn and pumpkins.
I'll let you just
What is that here? What's your song?
So the Backyard Butchers is, we've never done transient merchant for them before. They are going to set up a freezer truck with a pop-up at Stein's Gardens at Hume. They do have a lease agreement that they did provide to us with Stein's, with the owner of the property, so. They are looking to do this from August 12th through August 17th.
Every day.
Yes,
Stretch?
just those days.
So that stretch.
Mhm.
Buy a tree, get a steak.
And they gave us three
Buy
different,
some turkey steak.
they gave us three different IDs and none of them had any criminal history, so.
I wonder if they're the ones that popped up over in McQuanville right
They're
there by the
the
tractor.
$39 steak
Mhm.
trucks.
Is this like the modern Omaha steaks kind of thing?
Essentially, yeah.
Where they're like this then?
Somebody said they're really thin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they are.
People at Stein's will love that.
I'll make a motion to approve both transient merchant permits for Craigland Farms and the Backyard Butchers.
Corey was second.
Corey, I believe, a second. I made the motion, Corey, second. Excuse me. Any other discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. You guys are young. Our next meeting will be Thursday, September 3rd at 7 p.m. 10, closed session. Go into closed session for Wisconsin State Statutes 19.815G, conferring with legal counsel for the governmental body who is rendering oral or written advice concerning strategy to be adopted by the body with respect to litigation in which it is or is likely to become involved, specifically to confer with legal counsel on new notice of circumstance and claim filed against village by 3 Villages Association. If there is no further business to discuss, the board can adjourn from closed session.
Make a motion to go into closed session.
Second.
I have a motion made by Corey and a second by Jamie. We will do a roll call vote. Josh?
Yep.
Corey?
Yep.
Tracy? Yep. Jamie?
Yes.
Kelly?
Yep.
Brian?
Yes.